Being able to monitor the level of automation by vehicle manufacturers, software engineers, or a mix of the two will be a key to understanding how far we truly are from a driverless future. It would also be interesting to be able to understand where Elon Musk's Tesla is truly pioneering in autonomous technology. Or are Google Waymo developing the ultimate Level 5 system? Perhaps Urmson has some interesting insights into this. When making the same TED Talk speech, Urmson noted that making incremental additions to driver-assisted driving with the hope that this would someday materialize into autonomous driving was like someone that worked really hard at jumping with the hope that one day they would learn to fly. He explains a test that he ran alongside other Googlers that were not part of the project team. In it, they trained around 100 Googlers on how to use the vehicle because one of the conditions was the system still required attention. Level 3 because we live in a real world and accidents do happen. After receiving glowing reviews from the Googlers, Urmson's team decided to play back some of the footage from the cameras they'd installed in the car, and the team observed a reoccurring theme, highlighted most by one example. A gentleman, having noted that his battery was dying, reached out to the back seat of his car for his backpack that had his laptop, which he had got out and placed on the driver's seat before reaching back again for a charging cable. All the while, the car was hurtling down the freeway at 65 miles per hour. The better the technology gets, the less reliable the driver is going to get. This quote perfectly explains the fundamental problem with incremental improvements to autonomous driving. Improvements in the technology may not increase at the pace that the unreliable nature of the driver might increase, and thus producing minimal gains, if any. This graph sums up the differences between a classic car, a driver-assisted car, and a self-driving system car. A classic car is one that will have complete human intervention and would thus apply brakes unnecessarily in accordance to the performance of the human being. The driver-assisted car is likely to improve the number of accidents stopped without human intervention, with the self-driving car making those accidents even more unlikely. However, the sense of security that the driver may have in the system would mean that it would have to be very good in itself, meaning incremental improvements may not be the strategy to get us there. Autonomous driving, not here yet, but how far? This is a difficult thing to ascertain. There are several issues to contend with in order to get autonomous over the line and into our lives. For car manufacturers, government approvals across many territories seems to be a big hurdle to get over, as well as the fact that in the US at least, car retention figures seem to be rising. Not only does this mean that people are keeping their cars for longer and longer, but trust in autonomous vehicles within the mass market is also another hurdle to be discussed. This book will discuss the state of autonomous vehicles today, not only from a technological perspective, but also from a political, economic, social, legal, and environmental perspective. PESTLE. These sections will discuss the various developments within the title, as well as anything we might need to look out for in the future. Subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for our weekly videos, or visit our website at www.lensebooks.com.